Good evening, everybody, and welcome to UWS Women's Soccer here on Yellow Jacket TV, and an abbreviated pregame show sponsored by the National Bank of Commerce as the Yellow Jackets taking on Macalester College here in their final non-conference regular season game of the 2025 campaign. The Yellow Jackets coming in this contest at 8-5-4 overall, 7-0-3 in the UMAC. Macalester, meanwhile, coming on 7-6-2 overall, 4-4-2 in the MIAC. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium on a chilly night here on this Tuesday evening. Very breezy here in Superior. We'll see how that affects things. And I'm joined, as usual, by my production crew here at Yellow Jacket TV, including our producer, Brad Lettuce, for the Yellow Jackets and the Scots. The Yellow Jackets in the first of three regular season home games to finish out here the regular season campaign of 2025. The Jackets coming into this contest here against the Scots, having won their last two games, including rallying back from an early deficit to down Minnesota Morris 4-1 on Saturday afternoon at Cougar Field down in Morris, Minnesota. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets fell behind 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the match when Rourke Neville scored off an assist from Ziviara Cordova to give Morris an early 1-0 lead. The UWS responded later in the half when Neve Larson netted her team-leading ninth goal of the season unassisted at 34-52. Team net matters at one apiece. Took less than 4 minutes for the Yellow Jackets to then take the lead when Cameron Hill scored her eighth goal of the year at 38-30 off an assist from Larson to give UWS a 2-1 lead that carried over into the intermission. From there, the Yellow Jackets took complete control, out shooting the Cougars 16-3 after the break and adding 2 goals to win by a score of 4-1. Bryn Johnson netted the Yellow Jackets' third goal of the season at 71-39 from Sophie Adler to make it 3-1. Before Brooke Judnick closed out the scoring off an assist from Julia Lindau at 78-56 to make it a 4-1 final. For the game, the Yellow Jackets holding a 24-12 edge in total shots, including 11-2 the advantage in shots on target. Quinn Clark got the winning goal for UWS, making one save to pick up the victory. Meanwhile, Macalester comes in under Madeline Buckley in her third season at the helm of the Scots program, having won their last three, including posting a 1-0 shutout of Hamlin on Saturday in MIAC conference action at Patterson Field down in St. Paul, Minnesota. In that contest, the Scots clamped down on the Pipers defensively, allowing just one shot in each half. Yet the two teams headed into the intermission in a scoreless draw. The defensive nature of the contest continued until the 85-23 mark, when Macalester finally broke through with the game's lone tally as Julie Hansen scored her second goal of the season off an assist from Erica Hamilton to give the Scots a hard-fought 1-0 win. For the contest, Macalester held a 9-2 edge in total shots, including a 6-0 edge in shots on target. Abigail Huga played all 90 minutes in goal for the Scots and picked up the shutout without having to make a save in that one. So the Jackets coming in here on a 2-game winning streak. The Scots coming in on a 3-game winning streak, and it sets up what could be a very intriguing matchup here, like I said, under breezy and chilly conditions here in Superior for the final non-conference contest of the regular season for the Yellow Jackets against Macalester here tonight. So that's the story as the two teams finishing up their warm-up paces, and with that being the case, we'll take a quick break and then come back with more. We'll throw things down field side for the introduction of the two teams by our public address announcer, Carson Wilhorn. Then we'll have the national anthem and then eventually the opening kick of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Scots. This is UWS Women's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. TV, and we're also proud to be joined now by everybody listening on 91.3 FM KUWS. We are here right now at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Sorry for the late start here on the radio side of things, folks. We had some technical problems back at the studio, but we are back on the air now. The two teams getting ready to be introduced, by the way, as they are coming out on the field. The Yellow Jackets and Macalester here tonight, non-conference action here from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Matt Johnson alongside my producers, Brad Lellis with Yellow Jacket TV, and also Chris Allen back at 91.3 FM. The two teams getting ready to be introduced, so we'll turn things over right away here to our public address announcer, Carson Wilhorn, for the introduction of the two sides.
And welcome to Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium for tonight's NCAA Division III women's soccer match, featuring the Macalester College Scots and your University of Wisconsin Superior Yellow Jackets. At this time, let's meet the starters for tonight's match, beginning with the visiting Scots. Number 2, Hazel Waters. Number 4, Mia Whiteley. Number 9, Julia Hansen. Number 11, Evelyn Savoy. Number 15, Ava Aridondo. Number 16, Adi Nui Venisevan. Number 20, Maya Lamoff. Number 21, Abby Berkeley. Number 22, Eric Hamilton. Number 30, Michaela Edmonds. And number 40, Lily Salazar. The head coach of the Macalester Scots is Madeline Buckley. Her assistants are Marissa Olsen-Gilliu and Chris Foreman. And now, the starting lineup for your Yellow Jackets. A senior from Duluth, Minnesota, number 0, Quinn Clark. A senior from Duluth, Minnesota, wearing number 3, Cameron Hill. A senior from Wausau, Wisconsin, wearing number 6, Beth Schneider. A senior from Wayzata, Minnesota, wearing number 9, Bryn Crystal. A senior from Two Harbors, Minnesota, wearing number 10, Megan Bergerson. A sophomore from Brookfield, Illinois, wearing number 11, Neve Larson. A junior from Richmond, Minnesota, wearing number 14, Julia Taylor. A freshman from Winona, Minnesota, wearing number 15, Kasha Kovala. A freshman from Cottage Grove, Minnesota, wearing number 23, Sophie Adler. A senior from Arlington Heights, Illinois, number 24, Taylor DeCook. And number 32 from Rapid City, South Dakota, freshman Charlie Lindsay. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets in his first season is Nick Piazza. He is assisted by Will Meinstrom, Brandon Johnson, and Melissa Hansen.
So there are the starting lineups for the two teams. We'll take one more quick break and come back with the opening kick of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Scots. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. We're back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Matt Johnson alongside our production crews from both 91.3 FM and also Yellow Jacket TV. Apologies for getting on the air late on the radio side of things. We had some technical problems, as I mentioned, but we are here now and getting ready for the start of this one. You haven't missed anything as of yet. We do have a coach's interview with Coach Nick Piazza. We'll play that at halftime for you, so stick around for that. We're getting ready for the opening kick of this one, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. In the meantime, here's some series notes between the Yellow Jackets and the Scots. UWS has never defeated Macalester in women's soccer. They're 0-5 all-time against the Scots, dating back to their first matchup back on September 9th of 2013. In their last matchup, Macalester scored twice in the first half and then held off a strong UWS second-half rally to edge the Yellow Jackets 2-1. That game was played last October 9th at Macalester Stadium in St. Paul. In that contest, the Scots got goals from Abby Berkey and Avery Ellis, while the Yellow Jackets' goal came from Nia Wilson. In that game, both teams finished with 9 total shots, while the Yellow Jackets held an 8-4 advantage in shots on target. Quinn Clark made 2 saves in goal for the Yellow Jackets that night, while the Scots' Ashlyn Ryan made 6 stops. Today marks Macalester's first appearance in Superior since shutting out the Yellow Jackets 2-0 back on October 4th of 2023. Of course, that game was played up the road at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex. Yellow Jackets in their home white jerseys, home gold jerseys. I'm used to saying the white. It is actually the gold tonight. And the Yellow Jackets will be going from left to right in the opening half, while the Scots in their traveling navy with the orange trim will be going from right to left. Again, this is the final non-conference game for the Yellow Jackets in the regular season here of 2025. UWS will close up the campaign this weekend, taking on Bethlehem Lutheran and also Martin Luther here before going to the UMAC tournament. In the meantime, the Scots will kick off first here as Adi Nui Visavong stands over this one. And she will kick it off here for Macalester. And she gives it a ride. Today's, of course, opening kick sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. And we are underway here, both on 91.3 FM and also on Yellow Jacket TV. Thank you for joining us. Chilly night here in Superior here on this Tuesday. Late start time night at 7:30. This is the latest the Yellow Jackets have played this season. Very breezy on the field beforehand. Wind was gusting on the playing surface. Temperatures as we start gameplay tonight, probably 45 to 50 degrees, and I'm assuming that it'll get pretty darn chilly before the night is out here. So see how the two teams adjust to that between the wind and also the colder temperatures here, as we're, of course, moving toward the Halloween weekend here in Superior. As UWS pushing in deep, and a quick throw from the far side taken by UWS will be played out over the end line by the Scots, and the UWS Yellow Jackets will have the first corner kick of the contest. Neve Larson will jog over and take it. Larson, the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets this season, 45 goals for UWS on the campaign, 20 given up. Larson with 9 goals to her tally to go with 10 assists, and she will take this corner kick far side corner flag here. Macalester, meanwhile, coming in 26 goals for and 19 against thus far, as Larson plays it in the middle of the 18. Popped up in the air, now cleared near side. Bryn Crystal getting her head to it, and it'll roll toward the near side corner, and the Scots will try to come out this way. The Yellow Jackets, they take a lot of shots. The UWS averaging over 19 shots per contest this season, while the Scots take about 11. So a couple of contrasting styles here, as this ball now to the near side, and it'll go out of play, and we'll have a throw here for UW Superior. It'll be taken by freshman Sophie Adler. The Yellow Jackets leaders in assists. She has 6 this season, does the freshman. And her throw comes in now for Larson, and that one will be played away here by the Scots. Jackets coming into this contest, as I mentioned, 8-5-4 overall. They are 7-0-3 in the UMAC. Have a chance to win another conference crown this weekend with those games against Bethlehem Lutheran and Martin Luther. Meanwhile, Macalester at 7-6-2. They are 4-4-2 in the Maya Conference standings this season. As a ball to the far side, that one will be played out, and it'll be a throw now coming up for the Yellow Jackets right near midfield. It's about 2.5 minutes into this opening half. As the throw comes in now on that far side. Now ball up the middle. Bryn Crystal will pick it off for the Jackets. She'll now lob it over the top. Getting the start in goal, by the way. For Macalester, it's sophomore Lily Salazar, coming all the way from Oakland, California, to play goal here tonight for Macalester. Meanwhile, for the Yellow Jackets, Quinn Clark getting yet another start in goal. As this ball now played to the near side, it'll be a throw here coming up. Neve Larson wants to go quickly for UWS. Throws it in now for freshman Kasha Kovala. Kovala now taking it off in the corner. Now she'll peel off, look for support. Back for Larson, and this one now will deflect to the corner, and it'll go out of play, and it'll be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets deep in the corner to my right. Neve Larson will take it for UWS. Sophomore with 9 goals and 10 assists, as I mentioned. UWS this year, 16 different goal scorers amongst the 45 that they have netted, as this now throw comes in, and we're going to have a foul called as it came in the 18 against Cam Hill for the Yellow Jackets. Took out one of the Macalester backline defenders, so it'll be a free kick here now for the Scots. It looks like Salazar will take it herself here. And she will give it a ride back toward midfield. Trying to bring it down on that far side. Erica Hamilton now for Macalester, playing it to the far side. He'll win it back with Taylor Cook for UWS. Now ball up the middle. And here for the Yellow Jackets is Julia Taylor. Taylor surrounded by 3 players. Now finds Beth Schneider on the far side. And Snyder runs headlong into a defender and ends up turning the ball over. Now Macalester trying to break in deep. Turning on the right foot, though, Evelyn Savoy now for the Scots. To the edge of the 18, here's a cross coming in, looking for forward standing out in the middle. Jackets able to break that up. Now they clear it back toward midfield. And now Kovala. Kasha Kovala for the Yellow Jackets. We'll play it wide now. Here's Sophie Adler. Adler for the Yellow Jackets. Pass got through Bryn Crystal, and now the Scots will try to take over, but their back pass goes all the way into their own territory, and it'll go out of play for a Yellow Jacket throw. Larson going quickly now for Cam Hill. Deflection now. Here's Kasha Kovala. And Kovala, and her ball to the outside for Larson, picked off, sent right back in now by Adler. And this one now will go out of play. We'll have a throw coming up here now for UWS. Near sideline, Larson will give way here for Adler. Adler on the throw. Neve Larson trying to step through. Left-footed ball toward the top of the Macalester box. There's a shot attempt now by Cam Hill off the post. Top of the crossbar, in fact, and over the bend line. First really good look comes from Cam Hill with the left foot. In these kind of conditions, balls in the air are going to play tricks with both keepers, so we'll see how that goes. As Hill trying her luck from about 25 yards out with the left foot, and like I said, clip the top of the crossbar. Offside goal kick now. Macalester with a throw near midfield. And the ball bounding around now, and it'll go out of play. We'll have a throw here coming up now for Macalester. Looks like it'll be Abby Berkey that'll take the toss here for the Scots. Berkey on the throw. Stepping through. Now Adi Nui Bisabong trying to send it to the far side. Megan Bergerson was there for UWS initially. And now the Scots will play it wide. Bergerson on a pass toward the 18, able to clear it away with the left foot. Macalester, though, maintaining possession. Nui Bisabong now, she'll give it a ride from about 35, 40 yards out, and that one will carry well over the top of Quinn Clark's goal to my left. And we will have a goal kick here coming up for the Yellow Jackets. 38-25 and counting remaining first half here. As Megan Bergerson gives it a ride, far side of the field. And now ball back into Macalester territory. And the Scots will go all the way back to their goalkeeper for the night, Lily Salazar, and Salazar will give it a ride with the right foot. The Cook trying to bring it down for UWS. Instead, the Scots will take it. Now ball through the middle. Looking for Savoy. That one intercepted by UWS. And now it finds its way over in the corner. Bergerson will run the rights of the ball over on that side. There's it back now. And UWS was Lindsley playing it forward. Now here's Kovala. Chance for a break here for UWS if they go quickly. Pass through, intercepted. And now Kovala goes shoulder to shoulder with a Macalester player, but is called for the offense. It'll be a free kick now for the Scots. And they take it quickly, triggering it out to the near side for Berkey. Berkey now trying to step through, and now we're going to have another foul called on Kovala. 2 in a row now on the freshman from Winona, Minnesota. And a free kick here coming up. And we'll see who takes it now for Macalester. Coming over. As Ava Arredondo. Arredondo will take this one for Macalester. Plays it toward the Yellow Jacket 18. Hung up in the air. Now back. Chipped the ball over the top. Didn't quite make it in. And now a shot comes in on goal. That one handcuffed Quinn Clark a little bit. 35 yards out or so on that attempt. But and the result now in a corner kick for the Scots. That's the first real good look that Macalester's had here. And this wind might be playing tricks with the ball here tonight, so we'll see a couple of interesting goaltender adventures, I would think, before this night is out. Off the corner kick now, Jackets trying to clear. Comes right back, now chipped in, and Clark will come and she'll claim it here. Louis Visavong actually took that corner kick. And now it's Bergerson. And the long ball to the far side over the top of everybody. And then the Macalester bench, far side of the field. We'll have a throw coming up now for the Scots. Off the throw now. Ball comes up the middle. UWS able to intercept it. Now ball up the middle, not where you want it to go. Here's doing a Visavong shot. That one got blocked by traffic. Jackets playing a little bit dangerously there, trying to clear that ball. Went right up the middle with that initial clear attempt, and Louis Visavong had a good look at it. Now here's another shot attempt, and that one will go wide. That one from Julia Hansen. They have a Weston, Mass. Jackets with Sophie Adler playing on the right side defensively here. Charlie Lindsley is playing in the middle right now, and they have Megan Bergerson on the left side. It's been a lineup change that Coach Nick Piazza has made the last couple of weeks. As here's Berkey now to the near side. First time touch from Hamilton. Jackets able to break it up. Now Lindsley. Bryn Crystal will chop it into the air with the right foot. Didn't go very far, but Eve Larson had it momentarily. Then she lost it. Picking it up now, Evelyn Savoy. Savoy finding Julia Hansen. Hansen trying to go up the middle with the pass. That one knocked down by Kasha Kovala. Now the Scots will take it right back with Savoy. And now she'll give it a ride, and that will go over the top of everything. So Macalester right now tilting the field a little bit here the last few minutes. Jackets having a hard time getting out of their own end. Macalester going to play a high press here, it looks like. Hamilton on the left. Hansen playing up the middle. And so the Jackets now play to the far side for Beth Schneider. Schneider for the Yellow Jackets trying to turn. Bergerson in the air now. Adler flicking it off of her head forward. Comes back toward the midfield stripe. Where it's picked up by Arredondo. And now the Scots will try to send it to the far side of the field. Bergerson heading it down. Now Schneider flipping it over the top toward the near corner. Neve Larson trying to run it down. Able to do so near side. Larson now for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to cut back. Good defense there by Berkey to take it off of her foot. Now Adler. And finally played out by the Scots near side. Arredondo sending it out for a Yellow Jacket throw. And Sophie Adler will take the toss here for UWS. Adler's throw now in for Larson. Cam Hill now collecting near the 18. Hill got hung up. Neve Larson was there. Larson trying to go through Berkey. Berkey loses her footing. And now it'll go out of play, and we're going to have a corner kick for UWS near side. Good work there by the sophomore from Illinois, Neve Larson, to draw the corner kick. Second corner of the contest here for UWS. 32 minutes, 15 seconds and counting, remaining half number one. No score. UWS and Macalester here on a chilly night in Superior. Larson's corner kick. And didn't get around on it. Sliced it with her right foot a bit. Goal kick here coming up for Salazar and the Scots. Macalester. Looks like they're going to try to send this long here. Salazar getting a ride. Trying to meet it in the air there was the Cook for UWS. Couldn't get good contact on it. Now the Cook does finally find it. And it finds its way now for Bryn Crystal, who will set it up for UWS. Charlie Lindsley, the freshman. Kovala. Sophie Adler now. Hitting it over the top. She's looking for a runner there, and it never materialized. Ought to play for a Macalester throw. Hazel Waters off the throw, back for Salazar. Now ball up the middle. Adler coming forward. Hamilton, now Berkey. Larson able to take the ball off of her. Now Larson for the Yellow Jackets, crossing it into the 18. Going down to smother it was Salazar. Salazar now giving a ride, far side of the field. And the Scots hit it over the top toward the Yellow Jacket bench. Hanson trying to run it down now. Gives it back. Now Hanson on the move to the far side. Lindsley trying to run her down. Well done by the freshman from Rapid City, South Dakota. And now coming forward here for the Yellow Jackets is Bergerson. And this one deflects, I should say, out of play. Throw right near midfield for UWS. Throw from the Cook. Popped into the air. Now Bergerson will track it. And she'll send it back now. Here's Charlie Lindsley for UWS. Sending the ball up the middle. That one intercepted. Now Adler intercepts back for UWS as the ball came to the near side of the field. Now Larson. Crystal. Kovala now for UWS trying to come forward. Lost her footing. Cam Hill now. As Adler will hit her with the pass. And Adler now will draw a throw here for UWS. Just on the Macalester side of the field here. Adler's throw. That one headed near side. Adler will pop it into the air. And now we'll go out of play off of Kovala. Throw coming up here for Macalester. Now off the throw to Cook. Bergerson now angling ball with the left foot to the far side. Intercepted by the Scots. Played forward by Arredondo. Now Hanson. Her ball through the middle. Intercepted by Lindsley. Now to Cook. Two teams playing ping pong with the ball right now. Nobody able to settle it. Now Beth Schneider finally comes in and will settle it for herself. We're playing it back now for Bryn Crystal. Crystal now for Bergerson. Julia Taylor. She gets dispossessed. And now the Scots will try to build from the back. Waters ball now to the near side for Berkey. Now it's Hamilton for Macalester. Curling a ball toward the Yellow Jacket 18. Intercepted by Adler. Now Kovala. Kasha Kovala, and it'll be deflected out now. Out off of Abby Berkey. It'll be a throw now for UWS. Can't get enough. The Yellow Jackets tune in the Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garver and me throughout the years. We sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. In the meantime, we turn to play here, and we'll have a foul called on Charlie Lindsley as the Scots tried to trigger Julia Hanson about 40 or so yards away from the goal to my left, manned by UWS's Quinn Clark. It'll be a free kick. And Adi Nui Visawang will stand over this one now on the right foot here for the Scots. Gets it over the top. And it takes a deflection off the head of UWS's Megan Bergerson, but there to pick it up. As it went backwards off the head of Bergerson was Clark. Smothers it, and we stay scoreless. Scott still trying to put pressure on. Now a shot coming in. Off the right foot by Savoy. And that one a little easier for Quinn Clark. She's able to stop that one on the turf and will now take a little bit of time and let her teammates get forward here. Before she gives it a ride, and that one a booming kick. Carries over the midfield stripe. Bergerson now turning it over. Savoy picking it off. And then a ball forward, able to read it well there for the Yellow Jackets and come in and close down the angle and smother it. Was Clark. Hamilton coming in, looking for the opportunity for Macalester. As the Scots now again getting position in Yellow Jacket territory. Savong's ball to the far side will be touched out by UWS, and now Macalester going to be the first team to make substitutions here. We're nearly 20 minutes into this opening half. Jackets had the first real good look of the game, but it's been all Scots as far as on offense since that time. And I'll have a throw now for UWS. Taken by DeCook. Brought down now by Savoy. Savoy coming forward, playing a ball to the wing. Left-footed ball up the middle. That one intercepted. Now they try to send it wide. Split the difference between a couple of players on this near side with that pass to the Scots. Savoy and Reese Preston got it all turned around. And it'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets in the corner. And now they're going to back up Sophie Adler on this throw-in attempt here. Deep in Yellow Jacket territory. As the throw comes in, and again out off the Scots. Another throw here for UWS. Adler's throw. Kovala. There's a couple of players around her trying to make her way to the near side and was able to draw another throw. Scots cutting down the space here. Jackets haven't had a lot of room to work here. Throw comes in, Berkey able to turn it back. Preston's ball in the middle intercepted by Bryn Crystal. And out of play, and it'll be another throw now for UWS. Adler's throw. Now Hamilton playing it back for Preston. Jackets intercepting that ball. Now it's Lindsley. Bryn Crystal trying to play it wide, and like I said, right now the Jackets all bottled up on their end of the field. Berkey will take the throw here for Macalester. Off the throw, Crystal now sending it back toward midfield, trying to turn and go. Now is Cam Hill. Arredondo, though, able to intercept, plays it wide, and now will go out off of Kovala. So the Jackets having a hard time stringing together passes at the moment. And they're going to back up Abby Berkey just a little bit here, back toward midfield. And she'll toss it in here now. Hill had it momentarily, now loses it. Berkey will now go all the way back. Salazar coming out, can't find the ball. Now, Cam Hill trying to find it, and she'll run over a Macalester defender near the top of the 18. That could have been dangerous as Salazar couldn't find it for a minute. Came off of her line. Beth Schneider beat her to the ball initially. Ball bounded around a little bit. Cam Hill trying to get a shot away, but instead she plowed into the defender on that side. And we will have now a free kick. More than halfway through this opening 45 minutes, no score. Jackets and Macalester here on this chilly night in Superior. And we have a foul call now on UWS's Sophie Adler near side. Stick around for halftime. We'll have our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Have our first half summary, look at the first half stats. We'll also have a chat with Yellow Jacket head coach Nick Piazza. And if we have time, we'll also catch you up on what else is going on with Yellow Jacket Athletics. All that coming up in about 22 or so minutes. In the meantime, a long ball now from Neve Larson in the Macalester 18, scooped up by Salazar. And she'll hold on to it here. Ball up the middle now. Here's Megan Bergerson. To the outside now. Beth Schneider on the turn. And this ball will go out of play now far side. Right at midfield. Jackets going to make 3 substitutions here. Julia Taylor's going to check out. Julia Lindow going to come in. Also Lily Clocker in for UWS. As like I said, the throw comes in. Calster able to turn it wide now. Here is Charlie Lindsley for UWS. Neve Larson now cutting inside against Abby Berkey. Trying to send it to the wing. Didn't get under it, though. Ended up being picked off. And now Macalester trying to counter back. Near side now, it's Reese Preston for Macalester trying to cross it in. Instead, it deflects out off of Bergerson. It'll be a throw now here for the Scots. Berkey will take it. Sonia Root, by the way, was the 3rd player to come in for UWS. Sophomore from Ashland is this one now hung up in a bunch of feet. Another throw for Macalester now near side. Nisha Wetter into the game, by the way, as well. For Macalester, here's Berkey. Adler with the left foot, playing it toward midfield. Now back for Arredondo, and she'll go all the way back for Salazar. One might have been hung up by the wind. Instead, Adler now. Now Wetter for the for the Scots. Far side Savoy. Her pass intercepted. Jackets going to make 3 more substitutions at the next opportunity. Root nearly turning that one over. Now here's Bergerson's ball to the outside. Turn back now. And we're going to have a foul called on Larson. Loose ball near the Yellow Jacket, I'd say 30, 35 yards. Not all that near, about mid-distance away from the Yellow Jacket, probably 18. It's like Emma Wright, Brooke Judnick standing over there for UWS. In the meantime, standing over this free kick is Evelyn Savoy for Macalester. 18:30 and counting, remaining half number 1. Savoy playing it high in the air, backside. And it's in the 6, and it'll go out of play off of Macalester for the goal kick. And now UWS will make these substitutions. Like Bryn Johnson's going to come in. She will replace Schneider on the far side, right in. Larson and Hill out. Well, Judnick will play in the middle. Emma Wright will play on the right side. Jackets out the goal kick, play it short. Here's Bergerson's ball toward midfield, looking for Judnick. Intercepted by the Scots. Preston now turning. Now Savoy. Playing it up the middle, that one intercepted. Now Judnick, ranging back for UWS, trying to play it on the wing there. Looking for Taylor to cook. And instead, the Scots will send it to the far side of the field, where it'll be played by UWS's Megan Bergerson. Bergerson's ball up the middle. Berkey able to get there first with the right foot. Now Wetter will go all the way back for Arredondo. Wetter to the right side. Continuing her run, gets a return pass. Ball gets hung up in a few sets of feet. Now they'll send it near side. Preston trying to get a shot away, and that'll deflect off the back of Lindsley and out of play. Corner kick now for Macalester. 16:48 and counting remaining in the half. No score as of yet. That's corner kick number 2 here for Macalester, near side flag. Low line drive toward the 6. Clark came for it. Lost her footing. Now the ball's still loose. If she can't find it, here's a shot attempt, and the save is made. And did they score? They did. Hard to tell what's happening there. The ball was ping-ponging around. And Macalester takes the lead. 16:21 remaining in the half. And I didn't even get the name on the goal. There's a sea of bodies in there. Ball was, like I said, was bounding around. We'll see who the official scores give the goal to. But UWS in the hole, 1-0. Well deserved for the Scots. They've been really putting the pressure on the Yellow Jackets defensively, and the Jackets haven't handled it particularly well. And it's 1-0 in favor of Macalester. Off the kickoff. Preston now sending the ball forward. And now Adler. Out off of her. Throw coming up now for Macalester near side. Berkey will take it. And now it'll be a throw for UWS. Is it 28 you said? Okay. It was Annalise McGee apparently who got the goal. I don't know. Like I said, there was a sea of feet in there. The initial save was made by Clark, and then it kind of bounced around. She couldn't find it. And then I think what ended up happening was McGee ended up getting just enough to sneak it over the far side post into the back corner of the net. It was certainly not a pretty goal. But Macalester isn't going to complain as now the Jackets pushing into Macalester territory. They'll have a throw now near side. You can kind of see that Macalester, though, was definitely carrying the play going into that sequence there, and like I said, ended up being in the back of the net. And now the Jackets play it out. It'll be a throw here for Macalester. So McGee makes it 1-0. As the throw comes in now. Hamilton for Macalester, triggering at the near side. Now Adler sending it forward toward the Macalester 18. Arredondo will play it out with the left foot. And the Yellow Jackets will have a throw. 14 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Half number 1, Sophie Adler will take the throw here for UWS. Jackets down 1-0. Courtesy of Annalise McGee. And that goal coming with 16:21 remaining in the half. UWS throw taken by Adler. Now it's Bergerson with the left foot. Lifting the ball with the left foot, as I mentioned, to the far side of the field, looking for Bryn Johnson. And the Scots will play it out. It'll be another throw now for the Yellow Jackets. First time UWS has pushed into Macalester territory for a while. Macalester, like I said, doesn't score a ton of goals. That was number 27 on the season for them. Here's Emma Wright now, though, for UWS, top of the 18 in Macalester territory. Now Adler trying to hit Bryn Johnson, far side of the field. Mia Whiteley now for Macalester, far side. Johnson can't bring that one down. Now ball for Emma Wright. Trying to play it near side, and the Scots now will surrender the throw as they played out with the left foot near side. Sophie Adler will take the throw. Adler's throw, looking for Judnick. Trying to turn and go, nobody there in a gold jersey, and the Scots able to clear it. Near side, now here's Sonia Root coming forward. Oh, Hamilton for Macalester. Ball up the middle. Back for Hamilton. Flag stays down for now. Nope, it goes up on far side, and it will be an offside whistle. Here against Macalester with 11:45 remaining in the half. Time to restart now. Now Lindau. Out the interception, coming back to their direction. Playing it into space. Now here's Emma Wright. Wright coming in. Now Judnick taking it wide. Judnick will turn and get a shot away, and she'll score! Kind of a funny looking play there for the Yellow Jackets. Julia Lindau started it. She came out with the strip of one of the Macalester players, came running up the field, found Emma Wright on the right side. Then Wright able to touch it for Brooke Judnick. Judnick coming on the right, sharp angle, got a shot away with the right foot, and it just sort of eluded Salazar to her right. In on the side netting, Judnick, her third goal of the season. And just like that, we have a tie game, one apiece, 11:03 remaining, half number one. I guess that almost looked like a broken play in a lot of ways, but while Macalester's goal wasn't a thing of beauty, the Yellow Jackets, probably not exactly, like I said, also a thing of beauty if you were looking at it from a aesthetic standpoint, but 2 goals in the back of the net, 1-1 your score. Wright and Lindau will get the assists. For Judnick, like I said, it is goal number 3 on the season for the sophomore from Hermantown, Minnesota. And we're back to even, 1 apiece. Well, ball toward the midfield stripe. Here's Judnick, the goal scorer, turning on the right foot, and she'll play it out. Now a throw for the Yellow Jackets far side here as we're under 10 minutes away from halftime. Again, at halftime, we'll have our first half summary. Look at the first half stats. We'll also have a conversation with Yellow Jacket head coach Nick Piazza. And we'll also, if we have time, catch you up on all the happenings with other Yellow Jacket teams as we're into that crossover portion of the season. A couple of winter teams getting ready to start, and then, like I said, we're coming down to the home stretch here of the fall campaign. Yellow Jacket men's soccer will be home this weekend. They just played a game against Gustavus Adolphus the other day. Volleyball, meanwhile, in second place in the UMAC, and we'll talk all about that. And cross country, like I said, they'll be competing in the UMAC championships this weekend. We'll talk about that at halftime if we have a chance. In the meantime, 1-1 your score here as Emma Wright now for UWS. Brings the Jackets forward on a 4-on-4 here. Right? Slowed up her run a little bit. That allowed the Scots to come back defensively. Now Wright again. And now she'll just play to the corner. Nobody there in a gold jersey. And we will have a goal kick here coming up. Clock continuing to move here. 8:40 and counting remaining, half number one. UWS and Macalester knotted up at a goal apiece. Lily Salazar will take this goal kick here for Macalester. Comes up the middle. The Scots will switch the field near side. Preston in a foot race with Adler, and that one will deflect out, and it'll go for a Macalester throw here. By the way, that was goal number 46 for UWS on the season. Now off the throw here is Judnick, trying to turn on the right foot, and that one will go out of play, and we'll have another throw here for UWS. Judnick on the throw now as it's headed up into the air. Now Adler trying to chip it over the top. Salazar off of her line will come up and grab it now. Just to the left in her 18, and she'll grab it now and hold on to it. Wait for her teammates to get forward here. Ball to the right side now. Pass up the middle, initially intercepted by Lindau. Now Lindsley with the left foot. The Cook for UWS meeting a high ball to the far side, and it'll go out of play now into the Scots bench. We'll have a throw here coming up for Macalester. Bergerson now in her own end. And she'll clear it out for another throw. A lot of throws here in this first half. Like I said, the wind playing tricks with the ball here. You can see both teams have had problems with it at times. Now Judnick. Outside now, Bryn Johnson for UWS. Johnson will play it back. Judnick. Now for Bergerson, and Bergerson now will pick out Charlie Lindsley in the middle. Lindsley right back for Bergerson. Sending a ball forward. Now deflected into the 18, and it'll be grabbed by Salazar, and now she'll roll it near side. Adler intercepting an angling ball right side. Sophie Adler for UWS. Miscommunication with Wright, who didn't make the run. Adler thought she was going to go into the 18 and said she overhit the pass, and Salazar will grab it. Salazar, by the way, this is her 11th appearance on the season. She's been splitting time in goal with Abigail Huga. Well, Clint Clark, of course, in goal for the Yellow Jackets, has played the lion's share of the minutes. Bailey Nygaard has played a few games as well for UWS. As here's a ball now into Macalester territory. Foot race going on the far side. And the Scots will take the easy route, safe route, play it out, and it'll be a Yellow Jacket throw now. Deep in Macalester territory. Throw now from Johnson. Edge of the Macalester 18. Popped up into the air. Johnson now will go back. Here's Lily Clocker for UWS. Sonia Root. On to Cook. There to Cook. Johnson playing it toward the 18. Looking for Emma Wright. Macalester intercepting, and they'll clear it away far side. Under 5 minutes remaining, first half. A lot more life in the Jackets since that goal by Judnick to tie it up at a goal apiece. Now Arredondo, her ball far side. And that one will be cleared away now by DeCook. Throw coming up here for Macalester. 4:05 remaining in the half. As the wind continues to swirl around Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. DeCook on the throw. Ball bounds into the air. Now Lindau for UWS. Trying to cut back against the grain, got stood up. A nice defensive play there by Anisha Wetter. She'll turn it right back. Both teams have had problems at times passing the ball. Now here's the Cook. Judnick. Ball pops in the air, now cleared across midfield. Flag goes up. And they're going to call an offside here. Against Ella Wanzapik. Restart for the Yellow Jackets. And Bergerson will float it out of play for Macalester throw. 2:55 remaining, half number one. Halftime programming looming here. The Cook taking the throw in for Judnick. Trying to turn and ends up going back now toward the Macalester 18 where they clear it forward. Bergerson now heading it back. Nice touch here. Judnick trying to release it for Wright on the right side. Cleared away, now Adler. Adler on the run, and now will be a throw here for the Yellow Jackets. Adler will take it. In for Sonia Root. And Root, it'll stay in apparently near side. Now it'll finally go out of play. Took a deflection off a Macalester defender. And the throw now will come up deep in Macalester territory, near sideline. Sophie Adler lining it up for the Yellow Jackets. Adler's throw. Looking for Bryn Johnson. Macalester able to clear it away from danger. Now on the near side, Preston. Lifts it across the midfield stripe, and Bergerson will go all the way back now for Quinn Clark. Clark lifting it with the right foot. Now Lily Clocker for the Yellow Jackets. Back for Bergerson. Does well to pick out Lindsley. Now Lindau. Julia Lindau. Ball forward was intercepted. Now Roots as we go under a minute remaining in the half. Emma Wright. And that one taken off of her foot. Now the Scots advancing toward the Yellow Jacket 18 with Preston. Preston now turning. Reese Preston taken to the corner, crossing it in toward the 6. Jackets able to clear it away. Now edge of the Yellow Jacket 18. They'll go all the way back. Ball lifted over the top. Now Wetter will get a shot away with the right foot as the Jackets tried to clear it. It's going to go well wide of the target. And that should about do it for the half. 15 seconds now left. First 45. And Clark's just going to play it short here. And the clock expires. Time runs out. And the Yellow Jackets and Macalester will settle for a 1-1 draw, 45 minutes into this final regular season non-conference matchup here for 2025 for the Yellow Jackets against Macalester here in Superior. 1 goal apiece. We'll take a quick break and come back with our halftime programming. Sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. That's coming up in about 2 minutes, so stick around for that. This is UWS Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium as we jump into our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, with UWS and Macalester deadlocked at 1 apiece as we jump into our first half summary and look at the first half numbers. The Yellow Jackets had a good look in the early going of this contest. In that first about 5 to 10 minutes, Cameron Hill turning with a left-footed shot that actually went off the top of the crossbar. Kind of a warning shot, I suppose, across the ball for the Scouts. But the Yellow Jackets, after that, didn't create much offense for a while, and Macalester gradually took control of things. They started to push in the Yellow Jacket territory, ended up getting a lot of shots off in the half and several in on target as well. And finally, Macalester able to break through at 16-21, although it was one of those goals that you look at, it was kind of, from my vantage point, it was hard to see how it actually ended up in the back of the net. There were several bodies. It came off of a Macalester corner kick. As the ball from the resulting corner kick near side flag lofted into the Yellow Jacket 6-yard area. Quinn Clark came for the ball initially, made a save, or was able to get her hand to it initially, but then it took a funny bounce, bounced over the top of her. She couldn't find it for a bit, and then, like I said, went through what looked like several pairs of feet to the far side post before Annalise McGee able to pounce on it and hit just enough of it with the right foot to get it past Clark, who was coming racing back, trying to get back to her position. Ended up getting it past Clark just over the end line, or past the goal line, I should say, on the right side, into the netting. Her second goal of the season for McGee, unassisted at 16:21 remaining in the half, and that gave Macalester a 1-0 lead. But the Jackets come back just about 4 minutes later. In fact, 5 minutes, in fact, and 18 seconds later, so just over 5 minutes later. The Yellow Jackets able to tie it up off of a turnover by Macalester near midfield. Julia Lindau able to place a pass for Emma Wright near the 18 in Macalester territory. She then touched it to the right side. Brooke Judnick, the sophomore from Hermantown, Minnesota, able to come in on that right side, and then she beats Lily Salazar with a low shot that found its way into the side netting around Salazar, who came to cut down the angle. Judnick able, like I said, to find the far side netting with I wouldn't say it's a seeing eye shot, but a well-placed shot by Judnick. Her third goal of the season, the assists again to Lindau and Wright, and that made it 1 apiece where we stand at them here at the half. Numbers in that first half, Macalester holding a lopsided edge in shots. Scots out shooting UWS 11-3 in the half, including 5-2 in shots on goal. Both teams had 2 corner kicks in the first half. A total of 7 fouls were called, all of them against the Yellow Jackets. 2 offside whistles against Macalester. In terms of saves in that first half, Quinn Clark for the Jackets with 4 saves so far, while Lily Salazar has 1 for Macalester halfway home in this one. So that's your story here. 45 minutes down, 45 minutes to go between the Yellow Jackets and the Scots. And with that being the case, we'll take another quick break and come back with more of our halftime programming, including a conversation with Yellow Jacket head coach Nick Piazza. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. you guys have been on the road a lot, and I looked at the numbers today, and you guys have been on the road a lot. You played 11 road games so far, just 6 home games going into these last 3. Now, these last 3 are at home, so they'll even out a little bit. But you guys have been sort of road warriors this year. You've been on the road. It seems like accumulated a lot of miles. With that being said, you guys are playing some really good ball at the moment. Coming off a nice win against Minnesota Morris. Also, it's been nice to be able to rebound from an early deficit in that game heading into this one tonight and giving you a little bit of momentum heading into a non-conference game night against Macalester.
Yeah, I think anytime you go down and you're able to come back from it, I think it shows a good mentality from the players. So I was really proud of that. But yeah, you're right. It's been a ton of away games. I haven't really thought about it until you just brought it up. Season's kind of starting to feel like a blur right now. But to get our last 3 at home is going to feel really good. It's going to put us in a very comfortable spot, I think.
You know, you guys obviously on the road, or possibly on the way, I should say, to another conference crown. We'll talk more about that, of course, because you've got a couple of big games coming up this weekend. Non-conference game, though, against Macalester. It's a program that you guys are familiar with at a certain level. Marissa Galou, who was a former assistant, worked with you and with Allison DeGroat when she was head coach here, so is one of their assistant coaches. So, like I said, there's a lot of familiarity there. And they're a program that is in the middle of the MIAC. They're also a program, like I said, that you guys have played pretty consistently. And so it's not an unfamiliar opponent here tonight either to start these last 3 games.
No, and I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to give both teams an opportunity, kind of our last chance to really try anything new that we want to try and really just kind of enjoy this game, I think, to be able to go into our, to close out our conference schedule. So I think it's a really good time for it, and I think that's sort of the messaging from us is it's a really good opportunity to try any last-minute things that we want to try and see people in places that we haven't really had the chance to look at them yet. So I think it's a great timing for it.
You know, looking at this squad, we talked about this earlier in the year as we come down the stretch here, heading into the UMAC tournament in a couple of weeks. You know, you were wondering where the goals were going to come from at the beginning of the year. You know, who's going to step forward. We talked about Neve Larson, 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 goal contributions. That's pretty darn good for a sophomore. But you've gotten good balance in that top 3. You've got, Neve's got 9 goals, Cam's got 8, and you've got Emma has got 6, and then it kind of fills in the gaps from there. But you guys really have been able to achieve that balance, especially, and that's actually quite impressive considering the amount of talent and offense that you guys lost from last year.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. When that happens, you lose those players. It's like, okay, who's going to step up? And I guess your first thought is who's really going to take that mantle? But I really think that it's come from a collective of the entire team, and just we have a few players that are more prominent in those categories right now. But if you look across, I think we have 16 or 17 players that have scored goals on the team. I mean, that's absolutely insane. That's something I'm really proud of. We have more. I think we have a lot of players scoring goals. I think more players scoring goals than some teams have been able to put on, the number of players they've been able to put on the field. So, I mean, that gets me really excited to get younger players on and give them opportunities to kind of kickstart that 4-year development journey for them. I think it means a lot to the team, and it means a lot to the players.
Well, it's interesting. While you were saying that, I was thinking in my head, it sounds like almost something that one of Mooney's teams would have done. Because last year we talked about 27 guys that scored goals last year for them. And this year you guys have got 15, 16 different girls. I mean, that sounds like something you would hear on the men's side up here.
Yeah, I mean, bring it over, I guess. But, I just think it's good. I think it offers a good experience for everyone overall, and it allows players to get excited about different things. Obviously, we love, players that really take on that role of scoring goals. But then for those players to come off the field and get a younger player on that gets a goal and have those players start to celebrate for those players and really encourage that and just build that confidence, I love to see it.
Well, it's been a fun year so far. Obviously, you've got the non-conference game tonight. You got 2 big games with Bethany Lutheran on Friday and then Martin Luther on Saturday. And then you're in the UMAC tournament. So it's going to be fast and furious here. But as always, Coach, thanks for joining me for a little chat here, and good luck tonight against the Scots.
Thanks a lot, Matt.
That was Yellow Jacket head coach Nick Piazza. I'll be right back with more Yellow Jacket women's soccer right after this on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. contest here between the Yellow Jackets and the Scots. And with that time, we'll give you an update on some broadcasting stuff that's going to be coming up here, especially on the radio here. And we'll go through this a little bit. Our next broadcast, by the way, of Yellow Jacket women's soccer will come up this coming Friday against Bethany Lutheran. That'll be game one of a doubleheader. The Yellow Jackets, entertaining the Vikings for the second, or playing the Vikings for the second time, entertaining them for the one and only time during the regular season here in 2025. That'll be a 4:30 p.m. opening kick, 4:15 the pregame with yours truly. We'll then follow that up with men's soccer also that same day on the 31st. Men's soccer taking on Bethany Lutheran at 7 p.m. that night, 6:45 the pregame. Those will be joint broadcasts both on 91.3 FM KUWS and also on Yellow Jacket TV. Then on Saturday the 1st, we'll have two more Yellow Jacket broadcasts here on 91.3 FM with men's and women's soccer. First, the women will take on Martin Luther in their regular season finale. It would be a 1 p.m. opening kick, 12:50 or so, I'm guessing, the pregame on that one, while men's soccer is scheduled to take on the Knights at 3:30 p.m., 3:20 the pregame. That'll follow up. That'll be actually the first two of a triple header of Yellow Jacket Sports on 91.3. Saturday, November 1st, men's hockey taking on Marion. That'll be the season opener for Coach Rich McKenna and company. John Garver will be on these same airwaves on the radio side of things for a 7 p.m. opening faceoff against the Sabres down in Fond du Lac. That'll be a 6:30 pregame with Garver, Mr. Garver, on these networks. And then, of course, we also have men's and women's soccer, the UMAC tournament. Both, we're hoping anyway, Wednesday, November 5th, and then Saturday, November 8th. For more information on those, you can go to uwsyellowjackets.com. So a quick peek ahead at what is coming up here, especially here on 91.3. In the meantime, the two teams are back out on the field for the beginning of half number 2. It'll be Cam Hill that'll stand over this one for the Yellow Jackets. She'll kick us off as the Jackets going from right to left from my vantage point here in the second 45 minutes. And right away, UWS turns it over, unfortunately. Bryn Crystal's ball to the outside, picked off. And then coming back is Kasha Kovala for UWS to clean it up. And now the Jackets with Taylor to Cook on the near side, and it'll go out of play. It'll have a throw here coming up for the Scots. Macalester, as I mentioned, in that opening 45 minutes, had an 11-3 edge in shots, including 5-2 in shots on goal. But we're all knotted up at a goal apiece with McGee and Judnick, your goal scorers so far here on the night. In the meantime, now the ball goes to the far side of the field. Neve Larson trying to win it down, or track it down, I should say, for the Yellow Jackets on that far side. She ends up being dispossessed, and all the Scots will lob it over the top to the far side. Sophie Adler trying to run it down. Gets bumped out now by Hamilton, who will cross it into the 18, and then coming off her line, smothering it near her 6 is going to be UWS keeper Quinn Clark. She'll hold on to it here, and she'll wait for her teammates to get forward before she rolls it now for Megan Bergerson. Bergerson for UWS, trying to trigger it near side, looking for Beth Schneider. That one will go out of play, and we'll have a throw now for Macalester. The Scots going quickly with the throw as it comes in now. Now near side. Into the Yellow Jacket 18, Hansen trying to play it back, and UWS able to turn it back. Headed down now by Cam Hill. Now Beth Schneider for UWS on the right foot, plays into the middle. Bryn Crystal for the Yellow Jackets turns on the right foot. She'll now send it wide. Left it a little bit short for Neve Larson, picked off now by the Scots, and they'll try to trigger it forward. Adler for the Yellow Jackets intercepts, and now she'll play Larson to the far side. Neve Larson in the middle now. Cam Hill, her ball intercepted, now picked up in the air. Now here's Kovala. Kasha Kovala turning on her right foot, gets a shot away, and that one will ride high and wide. So the first shot of the half goes to the Yellow Jackets. High and wide by the freshman from Winona, Minnesota, Kasha Kovala. And we'll have a goal kick now coming up for Salazar. Offside goal kick now. Hansen near midfield. Trying to play it forward with the left foot. Jackets well positioned to break up that play. And now here on the right side, it's Julia Taylor. Taylor. Pass was a little bit short. Scots give it right back. Now Crystal will give it a try. Same result. Picked off again. And now Macalester will try to build from the back. Ball lifted over the top, near side, and this one will run out of play before Michaela Edmonds could get there. Throw now for the Yellow Jackets, Taylor to Cook. Now Arredondo Playing it toward midfield. Edmonds trying to bring it down to Cook. Sends it back now. Bergerson. Charlie Lindsley. Now Megan Bergerson. And Bergerson, wow, that's a weird turnover for her. Rare mistake now picked up. Here's Hamilton coming forward. Hamilton now for Edmonds. Jackets ranging back defensively to break it up, and now to Cook. We'll send it for Schneider near side. Very uncharacteristic giveaway there by Megan Bergerson. But it comes to naught, and now it will be a throw for the Yellow Jackets near side. Throw from to Cook. Schneider. Beth Schneider now will just play it across midfield. Arredondo will come back defensively. Hazel Waters now, in fact, goes back for Salazar. And now we're going to have an offside called here against Macalester. That's the third time the Scots have been called on that one. Free kick here for UWS. Standing over it on the right foot now, Charlie Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets. Lindsley will give it a ride over midfield. Flicked off the head now of Beth Schneider. Now Waters volleying it back toward midfield. Hansen trying to measure it. Bergerson able to beat her to the ball, and now here is Kasha Kovala. Lindsley to the far side now, Neve Larson. She'll flick it over the top into Macalester territory. Now Salazar. Going to ride to the far side of the field and out of play. And out off of Sophie Adler. It'll be a throw now for the Scots. Nearly 5 minutes into the second half. Still at 1-1 your score. Both goals coming in the first half. By the way, Yellow Jacket fans, get the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear by visiting the Yellow Jacket Sideline store. Browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, shorts, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jacket Sideline store can be found at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. And now the Jackets will play it out for a throw as the Scots pushing in a little deeper now in the Yellow Jacket territory. Far sideline. It will be a throw here coming up. Toward the Yellow Jacket 18. Now ball up the middle. Shot takes a deflection. And it'll be a corner kick now for Macalester. They scored their goal off a corner kick. One of the two they had in the first half. So the Jackets going to have to mind their P's and Q's defensively here on this one. Far side flag. Macalester going to take this one quickly. Here's Hansen playing it back to the outside. And then running out of real estate was Macalester on the end line. It'll be a goal kick here coming up for the Yellow Jackets. Clark starting it quickly. Bergerson with the left foot. Cam Hill turning now on the right foot. Trying to avoid center referee Jeremy Euchre, who leaped over the ball as she came wide with it. Now here's Sophie Adler. Her pass to the outside for Neve Larson got intercepted. Now Macalester trying to come back. And the Scots will slow it up here. Now ball for Hansen on the left side. Hansen trying to send it in toward the 6, and the Jackets will clear it out for another corner kick. Julie Hansen. It lists her at 5 feet. I'm not even sure she's that tall, but nifty little move there. She came in on that left side, and she draws the corner kick. And again, the Yellow Jackets going to have to mind themselves defensively here on this corner kick. Looks like they're going to just go long on this one. Body's bunching around Quinn Clark right on the end line. Lifted toward the 6. Jackets able to clear this one, however. And now a shot attempt by Savoy will go high and wide of the target. And it'll be a goal kick here coming up for Clark. 37 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Clark triggering it here. And Bergerson will send it out of play. Throw comes in. Now here's Hansen against Bergerson, trying to take it wide and can't keep it in. Will be another throw here for UWS. The Cook on the throw. Here's Kovala, surrounded by navy blue jerseys. Adi Nui Nusabong. Now here's a shot coming in. They score. My goodness. Turnover by the Yellow Jackets. Nui Nusabong sending it to the left side. Jackets got turned around defensively. And I believe that goal is Erica Hamilton's forward, the sophomore from Los Angeles, California. I'll have to double check that. Hard to see on that side, but you can see that the Jackets got turned around on that one. The assist will go to Nui Nusabong. And the Jackets now down by a score of 2-1. That goal coming with 36:28 remaining. And I believe that is Hamilton's goal. If it is, it'll be her 4th of the season. The Jackets, again, down by a goal here. Slow start to the second half for UWS. Now ball comes into Yellow Jacket territory, and now here's Lindsley. She'll go all the way back for Clark. It's a nice finish. Came in inside the 18, and it was a left-footed shot. Perfectly placed over Clark in the high right side netting. And UWS again going to have to fight from a goal down here. The Cook now for UWS near midfield. Brendan Crystal. And then the pass near side. Out of play. It'll be a throw now for Macalester. Macalester has still one Mayak game to go on their schedule. Now here's so it is Hamilton's goal, her 4th of the season. The assist to Adi Nui Visabong. And the Yellow Jackets trailing at 2-1. Now ball to the far side. That one misjudged by Adler. Allow some space now for Preston on that far side. Ball up the middle now, intercepted. That's goal number 28 for Macalester on the season. The ball takes a hop to the far corner. And the Jackets will surrender another throw. UWS has had all kinds of problems coming out of the back today. So Macalester has really made their hay here. As this one is now lifted toward midfield. That one will be popped into the air. It'll be a throw now coming up for UWS. Throw taken quickly here by Neve Larson, who's had a quiet evening. And now that one will go out of play. Another throw here for UW Superior. And now a throw for Macalester right in front of the Yellow Jacket bench. 33 minutes, 23 seconds left in this one. As this one popped up in the air now by Macalester off the throw. Now it'll be a Yellow Jacket turn to toss the ball in front of their own bench. Larson. Now the Jackets will play it in the 18. And Salazar will come off of her line and grab this one. And she'll hold on to it here. 32 minutes, 50 seconds left in this one. 2-1, Macalester in the lead. Second time the Jackets have trailed by a goal in this one. The ball hops over midfield. Trying to measure it there was Lindsley. Now Hansen for Macalester. Abby Berkey sending it to the far side, looking for Hamilton, who has the lead goal in this game. Out of play, it'll be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets. UWS turning it over. Bergerson. Her ball to the outside, and that one will roll out of play. It'll be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets. Neve Larson will take it right at midfield. Here's the toss in now for freshman Kasha Kovala. Larson sending it for the 18. Salazar out of her box, plays away with the right foot for Hansen in Yellow Jacket territory. Hansen will play it back. Now ball through the middle. Now Edmonds coming in. She'll get a shot away and she'll score. Back line struggling here tonight for the Jackets. Bergerson tried to come and meet that ball. I think they were waiting for the flag to go up. It never went up on the right side. Macalester able to play it wide. And Michaela Edmonds snuck in behind the Yellow Jacket players who seemed to stop. Not sure, like I said, they were anticipating the offside flag or not, but Edmonds had an easy one-on-none with the keeper. And she plays it over the top, into the back of the net, roofs it over Quinn Clark. Second goal of the half, and the Jackets now facing an uphill climb. Two goals in 5:01, and now the Jackets up against it here, down by the score of 3-1. Now Roots for the Yellow Jackets. Neve Larson. Clocker. Back for Larson. Neve Larson at an angle. Gets a shot away, and that's off the side of the far post. Shots now 15-4. The assist to Savoy, by the way, on that one. And UWS, like I said, facing an uphill climb now with just over half hour remaining in this one. Now Savoy. Sonia Root for the Yellow Jackets intercepting. Now Cam Hill. Hill trying to turn. Hall takes a deflection. Now Clocker. And came in just a moment ago. Back for Root. That one to the far side, intercepted by Abby Berkey for the Scots. And now this one will be played out. It'll be a throw here coming up for the Yellow Jackets. And now a ball out of play, far side. Julia Lendow back in the game for UWS as well. Here's Lendow now trying to play it wide. Now Clocker. Larson for the Yellow Jackets. Sends it toward the top of the Macalester 18 where it's brought down. Now Clocker. Larson again. Again toward the 18, cleared away by the Scots. Lindow. Taylor to Cook. And now she chips it over the top, trying to run onto it. Now it's Cam Hill, and Hill unable to get there. It'll be cleared away by Macalester. Jackets taking the throw quickly. Lily Clocker. UWS turning it over. Now Edmonds trying to leave it short. Bergerson angling it now for Schneider. She gets bodied up. And now the ball is cleared back in the Yellow Jacket territory. Bergerson will try to run it down. And then she sprays it out of play. Judnick going to come back in for the Jackets here with 27 minutes and 32 seconds remaining as the clock continuing to move here. Bryn Johnson back in. Judnick and Wright back in. Larson, Hill, and Schneider will check out for UWS here. Meantime, a throw now near side. Out off of DeCook. It'll be another throw here for Macalester. Deep in Yellow Jacket territory here. Well, Clocker able to clear it away from danger for the time being as it came up the middle. Now Savoy for Hamilton, and she's offside. She has the potential game winner in this one. 2 goals in 5 minutes, one from Hamilton, one from Edmonds, and the Jackets down by 2 now. That changes the complexion quite a bit. If you're down by a goal, that's one thing, but now down by 2. It's going to be a steep climb here as Berkey for Macalester, far side. And to chip it into the air, and the Jackets will clear it away, and it'll be a throw here now for Macalester. Can't say that the Scots haven't earned it. They outshot the Jackets 15-5 so far, including 7-2 in shots on goal. The passing has just been really difficult for UWS, and a lot of turnovers for the Jackets tonight. A lot of credit for that, of course, goes to Macalester, but the Jackets also missing some passes that they normally connect on. And Macalister's certainly taken full advantage of it. As the flag goes up now right side, and it's going to be a free kick here coming up for UWS. Adler takes the free kick. And Wright will draw a foul here from Abby Berkey on the far side. Free kick here for the Yellow Jackets. Offside free kick hasn't been settled yet. Root for the Yellow Jackets, turning on the left foot. Her ball picked off in the middle. Gabriela Carrillo Quinones making that interception for Macalester, and now on the far side is Berkey. Check that. It's Reese Preston over there. Now Wright. And now the ball to the far side, out of play. Stick around for our post-game show, sponsored by Synovus Energy. UWS making substitutions now. Mercedes Burmeister in for the first time for UWS. Looks like Abby Carlson has also entered the game for the first time for the Yellow Jackets. In the meantime, play going on the far side of the field. Hung up in a pair of feet, and now the Jackets will draw a throw. Up the middle now. Here is Julia Lindau trying to nurse that ball forward. Picked off by the Scots again. Throw coming in now far side. Macalester taking possession. Offset throw. All ball to the near side. And now this one will go out of play. To cook off the throw now, here's Clocker. So play now in the middle. Bergerson for Wright. Now Burmeister getting a foot two on the ball through the middle. Savoy, though, taking over for Macalester. And now the Scots goalie back for Salazar here as we're more than halfway through the second half. Macalester in command right now, leading it by the score of 3-1. Now a ball to the top looking for Preston. Yellow Jacket territory. Burmeister trying to shield her away from the ball, and she'll surrender a throw. Off the throw now, Burmeister. Hamilton gets around her, plays it toward the 6. And this one now will go out of play. That was dangerous as the cross came in toward the 6. Jackets had a hard time clearing it. Macalester able to send it over the end line for a Yellow Jacket goal kick, but I said the touches have not been real good here, especially in the second half for UWS. Now off the goal kick, Bryn Johnson. Lindau trying to lift it over the top for the name of Superior Johnson. Johnson now handling a ball forward. Now back up the middle. Johnson will take it back. And Preston will just send it out of play here as we approach the 20-minute mark remaining in this one. UWS still going for a UMAC conference crown, regardless of what happens tonight here. And it's to cook off the throw. Those games, of course, against Bethany Lutheran and Martin Luther played this weekend. 2 games in less than 24 hours for UWS, so it'll be a challenge. As now back to our direction come the Scots again. Following the corner now. Trying to cross it in with the right foot was Preston. Jackets able to intercept with Burmeister. Then she turns it over. Savoy. Here's a turn and a shot with the left foot. That one taken by Ella Luanson-Pink. And the save made by Quinn Clark for the Yellow Jackets. She'll roll to the far side. Now a ball across midfield looking for Judnick. That one broken up, and we're going to have a foul called on Brooke Judnick. Free kick now for the Scots. Came in playing very well. I've won their last 3. Looking like it might be 4 here before the night is said and done. Still plenty of time, but UWS is going to have to sharpen up their game a bit here. UWS has looked anything but dangerous here so far in half number 2. Now ball on the far side. Here's Carlson for UWS. And she'll dribble it out of play for a Macalester throw. Scott's going to make a substitution in the meantime. Julia Maroon checking in for the first time. Well, ball lifted over the top by UWS, trying to clear toward midfield. Julia Lindow, left-footed ball near side. That one going to be picked off. Another turnover now as that pass by Burmeister is intercepted. I'll play it back now. Gabriela Carrillo Quinones to the right side. Looking for Reese Preston. That one will go out of play off of the Yellow Jackets. And now Macalester in full control will change goalkeepers. There's Rama Touleba coming in, junior from Paris, France. Might as well get her some playing time here. If you're Macalester coach Madeline Buckley in her third season. Now Berkey playing a ball into the Yellow Jacket 18 with the left foot from the far side. It will be grabbed here by Clark, and she'll hold on to it. She'll hold now for Burmeister. Now to Cook. For Judnick. That one picked off again by Macalester. It's been sort of the same story all night long. Jackets have just had a really hard time stringing any kind of passing plays together here. As here's Bryn Johnson now coming back. She'll turn it over as well. Pass to the middle. That's intercepted. Comes back for Johnson. And leave it back now for Megan Bergerson. Bergerson on the right foot. Finding Emma Wright. Wright for the Yellow Jackets. Playing in the middle. Here's Johnson now. Bryn Johnson with the shot attempt. Save is going to be made here by Ba, and the ball is still loose, and Ba will get down on it and save it. It's the first real good chance the Jackets have had here in the second half. Ba coming out, cutting down the angle, and stopping the shot attempt there. And now she'll get a ride over midfield. Burmeister will play it to the far side, and now she gets piled into. And we're going to have our first yellow card of the game here with 16:05 remaining to be played. UWS going to make 3 more substitutions, it appears here. I didn't get the number on the... Might be Berkey. I can't tell from this side. I'm going to put 5 more seconds back up on the clock here. As Bergerson now. Her free kick, that one's short. Root for the Yellow Jackets trying to take it wide. And now a foul called here. Macalester near midfield as Root tried to turn against the Macalester defender right at the midfield stripe. Bergerson standing over this one now. She'll lift it off the free kick. Toward the Macalester 18, popped up in the air. Carlson, dispossessed, now to the outside, and a ball hit over the top. Clark now rolling it for Bergerson, far side. And now Bergerson off the return pass. We'll draw a Yellow Jacket throw, and that'll allow both teams to make substitutions here. Adler's back in for UWS. Bergerson is out. Guessing she's probably done for the night here with under 15 remaining. Caroline Gore in for the first time. Now Adler. Judnick now taking it wide on the right foot. Near midfield, her ball across the field looking for Emma Wright. Gets broken up. Now a turnover in Yellow Jacket territory, turning and getting a shot away, and it comes in on goal. Where Clint Clark will make the save. Clark giving it a ride now. Back over midfield. And now we have an offside going to be whistled here against Macalester. 13:35 left. Off the restart. Claire Laria in for the Yellow Jackets. Nearly turns that ball over. And now ball to the near side for the Scots will go out of play. It'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets. Adler's throw will be volleyed out of play. As both teams now pretty much playing this one out at this point. Now right near midfield. Scott's trying to come forward. Macalester so far tonight, by the way, has played They played 26 players tonight, have Macalester. As we now have a free kick here coming up. 12:03 left. Macalester going to bring in at least 3 more. That'll bring their total up to 29 players played in the game here. And the next opportunity as this one comes into the 18. Clark grabs it. Here's Adler now coming back the other direction for UWS. Bryn Johnson. And she'll turn it over. Ball through the middle. That one picked off. Maroon able to intercept for Macalester, and then Johnson commits the foul. Now UWS's Lindau near midfield will go back for Clara Laria. Sonia Root for Adler. Laria. To the far side now, Carlson. Now near the top of the 18, it's Preston coming in, trying to get a shot away, and that'll deflect out. And the Jackets going to bring in now Schneider. Looks like Hill is back in there. Taylor also back in for UWS here. Corner kick now for the Scots far side. So far in this half, Macalester outshooting the Jackets 6-3. As this corner kick now is lifted into the Yellow Jacket 18. Cleared near side. Laria now will trigger it forward. Here's Beth Schneider. Now Adler. for Cam Hill. Flicks it into Macalester territory. Now Laria in the middle now. Bryn Crystal. Another turnover by UWS in their own territory. Shot attempt coming in on goal, and that one will be nabbed. And get the shot attempt on that one, but Neve Larson, who's back in now for UWS, near midfield. She'll send it back now. Laria. Adler. Ball up the middle. Headed in the air by a Macalester defender. Now turning, here's Larson trying to make a run forward. And that'll draw a throw now for the Yellow Jackets in Macalester territory. 8 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Now off the throw toward the 18. Scots will clear it out. It'll be another throw. Larson taking it quickly. Now Crystal. Larson turning. And to play for Crystal, and that again will result in a Yellow Jacket throw. Throw now coming in for Cam Hill. Hill for the Yellow Jackets in the 18. Baugh came off of her line momentarily. And now Larson will just tee it up and blast it over the end line, out of play. Goal kick now for the Scots, taken by Baugh to the far side. Now here's Larson. Cam Hill. Now she'll turn it over on the back pass. Now Scott's lifting the ball near side, looking for Preston. That one intercepted by Burmeister. Then her outlet pass picked off again. Preston taking it wide on the right foot. Off into the corner. And Bryn Crystal will pile into her from behind. With 6:48 now left. Jackets looking like they're going to be 8-6-4 after this one, while Macalester will improve to 8-6-2. And the Scots now deciding they're going to start playing some keep away in the corner here. Didn't work out, however, as they play it out. It'll be a throw now in Yellow Jacket territory, deep, near sideline, taken by Bryn Crystal. Crystal with the left foot now, lifting it toward midfield. Pass intercepted now by Wetter for Macalester. Trying to go for Preston near side. That one picked off. Hill trying to come forward. And we'll have a foul called now on Macalester. Julia Maroon, I think, is the offending party. So it'll be free kick here as we approach the 5-minute mark remaining. By the way, have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. Off the free kick now, top of the 18. Here's Neve Larson trying to step through. Gets a shot away, another shot away. Both shots are blocked by traffic. And now we're going to have a penalty kick, it looks like, opportunity perhaps. Or are they going to say it's going to be an indirect free? Is that what they're going to call? In the 18, apparently. I don't see that call very often. Like I said, I thought at first it was going to be a penalty kick, but I guess not. Interesting call here. Clock continuing to move. 4:45 left. Cam Hill standing over this one, as is Neve Larson. Ball position, middle of the 18. Ball now off to the left of Baugh. And now Larson comes forward. She gets a shot away. That one is saved. Burmeister now will play it wide, and that one will be sent out. Adler on the throw. Cam Hill now trying to take it wide. Hill. And that one will go out of play. It'll be a corner kick here for UWS. So some late fireworks here. Corner kick now will be taken near side flag. Here is Larson. Larson off the corner kick, playing it up toward the top of the 18. Cleared near side. Larson will run it down. Larson now coming central on the right foot. And then she plays it into the 18. Nobody there. And Baugh will smother it here with 3:40 left. Now Baugh with the left foot. Playing it up the middle. Burmeister. Crystal. Far side now Larson. Larson now. Now Crystal will take a shot attempt from about 35 yards out. Grabbed by Baugh. She'll hold on to it here. Again, our post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy looming here. So stick around for that once we go final. Now ball played forward into Yellow Jacket territory. Adler will play it out with the right foot. Macalester going to make one more substitution here for good measure with 2:45 left. Off the throw. Taylor for the Yellow Jackets trying to turn. Down toward 2:10 now left. Play going on in Yellow Jacket territory. Gore on the right foot. Lifting over the midfield stripe. Cleared away by the Scots. Like I said, they're going to go to 8-6-2. The Jackets are going to drop to 8-6-4. Macalester will win their fourth in a row. The Jackets will have their two-game winning streak snapped. 1 minute 43 seconds left in this one as it goes to the corner. And out of play. .90 seconds now left here on the evening. Jackets have to clean up their game this weekend, taking on Bethany Lutheran and Martin Luther. Meanwhile, Macalester and close out the season with a win against Bethel in their final game of the regular season as well. 1:10 now left as the throw comes in now in Yellow Jacket territory. Taylor getting out-muscled on that far side. Scots will now play it to the wing. They go under a minute now left. Now in the corner, Macalester's going to try to kill out the game here. There's about 5 or 6 players over there trying to get possession of the ball. It'll go out of play over the end line. It'll be a goal kick here for UWS. 40 seconds left. Goal kick from Clark. Brought down up the middle. And now the ball to the far side, and it'll go out of play, and that should just about do it. 20 seconds now left. And Macalester will just toss it in here. And we're into the final 10 seconds now. It's going to be 3-1 your final. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is it. Macalester downs the Yellow Jackets for the 6th straight time in the series. Your final score here, Macalester 3, Yellow Jackets 1. We'll take a quick break and come back with our postgame show. Sponsored by Synovus Energy. Right after this, this is UWS Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Johnson back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium as we jump into our postgame show sponsored by Synovus Energy. Your final score here at Macalester with 2 goals in the second half, dying the Yellow Jackets. Final score here from SCCU. Scots 3, Yellow Jackets 1. UWS had a tough night all the way around. This really could not get any kind of consistent passing game going during the evening here tonight. And in the second half, you really got to get Macalester credit for closing down a lot of space, not giving the Yellow Jackets any time. And like I said, the passing numbers for UWS will not be pretty tonight for head coach Nick Piazza and company as we jump into our post-game recap here. The Yellow Jackets never led in this contest. Macalester taking the lead with 16:21 remaining in the first half. Annalise McGee off of a corner kick, finding just enough room after an initial stop by UWS keeper Quinn Clark as the ball came in toward the 6. She couldn't find it, however, so it took an awkward bounce over the top of her, off into the right side corner. And McGee getting just enough on it with the right foot to slide it on the side netting for her second goal of the season, unassisted at 16:21 to give Macalester a 1-0 lead. Yellow Jackets came back 5 minutes and 18 seconds later. Brooke Judnick with her third goal of the season. Julia Lindow creating it. And she was able to strip a Macalester player near midfield, dribbled down the field, able to find Emma Wright near the top of the 18. Wright continued to pass on to the right side of the 18 for Brooke Judnick, and the Hermantown native slid a shot underneath Lily Salazar, the starting keeper tonight, for Macalester into the side netting for her third of the season. That goal coming with 11:03 remaining in the first half. And it was 1-1 at the break. And you thought, well, maybe the Yellow Jackets could possibly pull one out here tonight. Macalester held a 11-3 edge in shots in that first half, coming 5-2 in shots on goal. But in the second half, the Jackets surrendering 2 goals in a span of 5 minutes and 1 second. The first coming from the Scots, Erica Hamilton, her 4th goal of the season off an assist from Adi Nui Vanavisavong as the Yellow Jackets turned it over. Nui Vanavisavong able to picking up a pass, send it to the left side, and then a left-footed shot by Hamilton. Really nice finish, by the way, by Hamilton. And she found space inside the 18 with the left foot, able to send it into the right side netting over the top of Clark to make it 2-1. And then, like I said, 5 minutes and 1 second later, Yellow Jackets thinking they had an offside call coming their way. They did not. Michaela Edmonds taking a pass from Evelyn Savoy, coming on the right side, and then roofing one over the top of Yellow Jacket keeper Quinn Clark. That goal coming with 31:27 remaining to be played on the night. Her 4th goal of the season as well for Edmonds. And that made it a 3-2-1 final score. Final numbers in this one, Yellow Jackets outshot 18-10 for the game. In the second half, the Scots outshooting the Yellow Jackets. Actually, both teams finishing with 7 shots in the second half. The Scots had a 9-5 advantage in shots on goal. A total of 7 corner kicks were taken in the match tonight, 4 of them by Macalester. 13 fouls were called, 11 of them against the Yellow Jackets. 6 offsides were whistled, all of them against Macalester. And in terms of saves in the contest, Quinn Clark taking the loss for UWS with 6 stops, while the combination of Lily Salazar and Rama Ba get 4 saves in the contest to give the win for Macalester. With the loss, the Yellow Jackets falling to 8-6-4 on the season. Macalester winning their 4th straight. They're now 8-6-2 on the campaign. Quick look at what else is coming up here, by the way, before we go off the air tonight. I'm going to, like I said, give you a quick glance because it's a busy week here coming up. We've got some broadcasts coming up, especially on the radio side of things, and we'll go through this quickly here before we sign off here for the night. Our next broadcast of Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer will come up on Halloween night, October 31st. UWS back here for the first of their final 2 home regular season games here of 2025, taking on Bethany Lutheran. That'll be a 4:30 p.m. opening kick, 4:15 the pregame joint broadcast there on 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV. Same night, and also a joint broadcast as men's soccer back in action, taking on Bethany Lutheran for Game 2 of that doubleheader. 7 p.m. the opening kick, 6:45 the tentative pregame there as the Yellow Jackets taking on the Vikings for the second time here in 2025. Then the next day, this coming Saturday, the 1st, we'll be back on the air again. 3 games in the hopper that day here on both 91.3 FM anyway. 2 games, meanwhile, on Yellow Jacket TV when it comes to Yellow Jacket soccer anyway. Women will take on Martin Luther in their regular season finale at 1 p.m., about 12:50, I would say, the pregame on that one. The men will follow up with their regular season finale against the Knights at 3:30 p.m., 3:20 the pregame there. And then the first hockey broadcast of 2025-26 as men's hockey opens up their season taking on Marion down in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. 7 p.m. the opening face-off there, 6:30 the pregame with John Garver on 91.3 FM. So that's what's coming up here from a programming note here over the next few days. Meanwhile, I'd like to say a big thank you to Chris Allen, who is my engineer back at the studio at 91.3 FM, and a big thank you to Bradley Lellis, who was my producer with Yellow Jacket TV. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We hope you'll join us for more Yellow Jacket Sports as the 2025 campaign rolls along. So, for Brad at Yellow Jacket TV and for Chris with 91.3 FM, this is Matt Johnson. One more time, repeating the final score. Yellow Jackets falling here tonight. Macalester defeating the UWS in non-conference action. Final score here from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Macalester 3, Yellow Jackets 1. We'll be talking again this Halloween evening. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. This has been Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.